Hello Gunners, welcome to another video. And the Max Dowman chat over this international break has certainly not slowed down. We've got Manchester United fans essentially saying that Max Dowman would leave Arsenal and upgrade to Manchester United. We've got a bit of stuff on the Arsenal women who had a fantastic result today as well. And just a general chat about Arsenal as we do. But before I begin, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe, hit the like as well, be greatly appreciated. But let's start with this first quote, which came out a couple of days ago from Declan Rice on Max Dowman. He says, Max is the best 15-year-old in the country. At 15, there is such a long way to go, so you need to be hungry, keep working and keep pushing. I speak to Max a lot and he has got such a good family. He is unreal. And for Declan Rice, I would say he's one of the leaders at Arsenal at the minute. The way he carries himself on and off the pitch, it is a leader-like way. And for him to come out and say this about Max Dowman just goes to show how special he is. And I know we don't like to hype people too much. I've made multiple videos of Max Dowman. People have told me you're speaking too much on him. But this is a super talent. And sometimes you just cannot ignore a super talent. And when Declan Rice is even coming out, he's not fearful to talk about Max Dowman because he knows he can handle it mentally. It just goes to show this kid is absolutely incredible. At just 15 years old, being branded as the best 15-year-old in the whole world, it is one mean feat. But yeah, like Rice has said, stay grounded, stay working. That's the only way you can keep it up. And it kind of reiterates this idea. When Wilshere left Arsenal, Max Dowman was very, very upset apparently, because Wilshere was one of the people he looked up to. He was his coach. He loved Wilshere. So somebody needed to fill that gap. And that's where Declan Rice has come in. He has taken a senior role to mentor Max Dowman, helping along the way. And it's these sort of things that we don't see off the pitch, which go a very long way into keeping a youngster happy, keeping a youngster working, keeping a youngster hungry. And Declan Rice doing this, it is just absolutely fantastic, to be honest. I love Declan Rice, the way he carries himself, the way he wants to learn and help others. It is such a key trait, especially at a club as big as Arsenal. You need those sort of people. And for Rice to mentor Max Dowman, it is just really, really good news. But let's get on to the United fans. So this tweet came out a couple of weeks ago and I didn't really get to address it because I just thought, okay, maybe United fans are just trolling. But he says, we need to go for Arsenal 3 for 3 and take Max Dowman. Because, of course, they've already got Aiden Haven. And now, that of course, they've got themselves Chido Obi Martin as well. And let's be honest, in terms of if we were to grade talents, I'd probably say Chido Obi Martin is an A-grade talent. Max Dowman is an A-star grade talent. And Aiden Haven is a B-grade talent. That is just the way Arsenal see it as well. That's how they were looking at the situation when trying to keep Chido. Obviously, he's a fantastic player. He is an A-grade talent. But for the money he was demanding, 40k per week, only a club like United would pay that. With Aiden Haven, we have so many options at centre-half. He wasn't going to get a kick in, to be honest with you. He was never going to get the minutes he wanted. So United got him. He's doing well. Great. He's got an injury. Hope he recovers. But United fans have this thing of running their mouth. And if you look in the comments, we got Haven at 18, Chido at 16, Max is only 15. Don't worry, he's coming soon. He will be at United within 2 years. Bookmark this. Max Dowman, out of every single player, would never want to downgrade to Manchester United. And I've seen United fans say he'll want to come to us, we're up and coming. United are such a rotten club. I just want to say it now. Anybody of you guys watching this video who actually looks at United right now and says, I want to go there for the sake of my career getting better. You look at that club and be like, I want to go there and earn some money and have some guarantees for my future. But you won't look at them and be like, their project is fantastic. There's an opportunity for me to develop and grow as a player. Absolutely no chance. And the confidence their fans have at how poor they're doing, it is unreal. They're in 14th. You know, it really surprises me sometimes, United and Spurs fans. They are 14th. 14th in the Premier League, and the way they talk, trying to take our A-grade talents. Yes, you got Chido. Yes, you got Aiden Haven, but you don't really care anymore. It brings me on to this next thing about Max Dowman's future. And David Ornstein had a little segment come out speaking on Max Dowman, and he says this: it's down to Arsenal to do enough to convince him to sign, and obviously we might not know if they've succeeded in that until late 2025, early 2026. Given he has come through there and is an Arsenal fan, hello Manchester United fans, he is an Arsenal fan. Not like Chido, not like Aiden Haven. Those two are both Manchester United fans. And sometimes your heart speaks and sometimes money speaks in the case of one of them. But yeah, well, Max Dowman wouldn't make that mistake of going to United because he's actually smart. He knows how he can develop, how he can get better as a player. And David continues to say, Arsenal appear to be in a strong position, but considering most big clubs would love to sign him, Arsenal will need to prove their pathway and plans are right for him. The fact Arsenal took him to buy really indicates how highly Arteta thinks of Dowman. The fact he will take him to Dubai is absolutely incredible. The fact he still gets regular first team training sessions, the fact he's in the under 18s, he's played for the under 21s as well. It is unreal. Max Dowman, I think 2025-26, will make his Arsenal debut. He will. He's an unreal talent. And the way people inside the club, way people outside the club speak of him, it is unreal. You've got rival sort of people saying Max Dowman is the best opposition player they've ever seen in academy football. I mean, to hear that, it is absolutely exceptional. And he is born on January the 1st, so he'll still be 15 all the way up until then. And it will surprise me massively if we do not see him make his debut either in a Carabao Cup fixture, in an FA Cup fixture when he just turned 16. There's so many options, and I'm sure we'll register him as an under-21 player, because that's a bit of an issue at the minute, that we can't really register him because all this silly rules about him being registered as an under-18. He needs to be an under-21 to play in the Premier League. All of this stuff, I think we would have even seen him play this season if that rule didn't exist. And it's just a big onus to his talent. So, Manchester United fans, you have got absolutely no chance. I laugh every time you guys keep saying Max Dowman is next. It's just not going to happen. You haven't got the pull for that. And concentrate on being in 15th place. But I want to show you now a goal which Max Dowman scored on international duty for England under-17s. The England under-17 Euros, I think, is happening in a couple of months' time. Max Dowman, look at this. Wow. Look at him take on his man, drive through the space, the strength, the power, the finish. He's just different gravy. He's different gravy. The way he just drags that ball, the agility, the dribbling. This is an absolute talent, unreal talent. That sort of goal, yeah, you won't see it from many players. And it's something he has. It's not something you can teach. He just has it. But anyway, let's now move on to massive positive news and maybe a positive omen for the men's team. I don't know about you guys, but I did watch the Arsenal versus Real Madrid game, the women's game. And I just thought I wanted to sort of integrate a bit of the women's side of stuff into my channel. And I must say, a very, very impressive performance. They play some beautiful football. The players on show are fantastic. I think Arsenal women are probably one of the most entertaining teams I've watched this season. And it just goes to show the work that's being done there. The new coach that's in is doing a fantastic job. She's got the team coordinated, working together, creating opportunities, believing. All of these things are so important. And 3-0 against Real Madrid after being 2-0 down, the context of the game, the mentality shown, the second half, they turned it all around. It was really, really good. And it was quite literally a beating. Look at these statistics. 6 big chances for Arsenal, 0 for Real Madrid. 18 shots for Arsenal, 4 for Madrid. Only 2 saves needed to be made from the Arsenal keeper, who was absolutely fantastic. And 4 saves by the Madrid one, 11 corners to 2. I was watching the game. I don't think Madrid got into Arsenal's territory more than twice. It was a real beating, and it just gives me hope. The men's team must see this performance and think, we need to rectify this. The women's have done their job. Let's now do our job as well. If we can put anywhere near a performance like that, we will be absolutely in fantastic position. But well done to the women's team. I was looking at Russo and I was like, how good would it be if we had a Russo playing for us in the centre forward role? The way she finished her chances was absolutely unreal. You're looking at Chloe Kelly on the left, maybe putting those balls into the box. She was fantastic. So those small things, you're looking at the players on the women's team, they've got a lot of quality, and we could do with those sort of profiles in the men's team. Of course, I wanted to also talk about the conditions of the pitch for Real Madrid. It was absolutely appalling. It was really, really poor. The women's game deserves a much better than this, and they got what they deserved. The Bernabeu was available. Real Madrid chose to just play them on this awful pitch where the conditions were awful. And well, in the end, Arsenal, we're one club. We have love for our academy. We play games at the Emirates. Love for the women's team, we play games at the Emirates. Of course, the men's team's home stadium is the Emirates. We do not put our women's team, if there's an opportunity to play at the Emirates, we allow them to do that. And it was a special night and a special game. But yeah, that is now it for now, guys. Let me know your thoughts on everything talked about in this video. Let me know if you want me to integrate more women's content into my channel. But until next time, peace.